Hello and welcome to this HBC Kids talk. My name is Heather and it's great to be with you for the second of our Advent talks. Advent is the season when we are preparing for Jesus' coming at Christmas. And each week of Advent, we're looking at a different theme. And this week, we're thinking about how Jesus would be called Mighty God. That means Jesus is God with us, present and powerful. But before we get started, I have a 60-second challenge for you. I need you to find a tennis ball or a potato or an apple, just something round. And what you've got to do is we're going to play a game called Pooing Reindeer. It's a very silly game, and I love silly games. You need to put the ball between your knees, stand at one end of your room, and race the other people in your family to see who can get to the other end of the room with their ball still between their knees and poo at the other end of the room. No accidents on the way. Are you ready? Are you steady? Go! How did you get on? Did you manage to make it to the other side of the room? That was a really silly game, and I love Christmas games. Don't you, Phil? Cracker?
No. Christmas is cancelled.
Cancelled? Why is it cancelled?
I'll tell you why it's cancelled. 3 reasons. 1, government rules. We're not allowed to do what I want to do. I can't see what I want to see. I can't go where I want to go. Christmas is cancelled. 2, shut doors. I can't go to my friend's house. How can I go to Christmas when I can't go to my friends and family's house? Christmas is cancelled. 3, no friends and family. Lots of people are quarantined. We feel lonely. We can't do Christmas alone. Christmas is cancelled.
Hang on. I know that this last year has been difficult and this Christmas might look a little bit different. But this Christmas might actually be more like the first Christmas when Jesus was born than any we've ever had before. Let me show you how. In Matthew's Gospel, the angel told Mary that she was going to have a baby and that he would be called Emmanuel, which means God with us. That first Christmas was a real celebration because God had come to live with his people. God, who is powerful and mighty, came to live with us. He came as a tiny baby, and actually, when Jesus came on that first Christmas, things were pretty similar to how they are now. There were lots of government rules. The Romans were in power, and they had so many rules. They had big taxes and all sorts. And Caesar had just told everyone to go to the place where they'd been born to register. Secondly, lots of doors were shut. Do you remember when Mary and Joseph went to find somewhere to stay in Bethlehem and knocked on all the doors? They kept saying, "No room here." And so they had to stay in a smelly stable. And lastly, they couldn't see their friends and family either. They were miles from everyone they knew. All they had for company were the sheep and the donkeys. But despite all the government rules and the shut doors and the loneliness, God came to live with his people. He came to be with those poor shepherds out in the field and the rich wise men travelling from the east. And he came to be with ordinary people like you and like me. And he still does that now. God is with us this Christmas too. And if mighty God is with us, then he can cope with anything that this year has to throw at us. And we can too. Because through Jesus, God has overcome everything, even death, and he is with us. So, this week, let's remember that Jesus is God with us. He is present and he is powerful.